So my name is Jose Bonetti. I graduated from the MSITSC in 2008. I come from the Dominican Republic, and I'm currently in the Dominican Republic, and I live in Santo Domingo. So I started playing with computers when I was about 14, and I was fascinated about it. And what I liked was when I learned that you could create things to make repetitive tasks easier, and I really just continue on from there. I actually worked while I was at the university, so I started working at 18. And I worked for an integration partner here. So I worked there for around a year and a half before I started my own company, GVH. So GVH is essentially a technology consulting company, and we have a core strengths in product engineering and IT. And what we do essentially is try to help businesses get further faster. We started in 2005, so we're rather undergrad. We didn't have a lot of experience, and we went through the textbook struggles that you go through when you don't know nothing about software engineering, or you don't have experience and formal training in software engineering. So I said, okay, I need to start getting information on how can we improve the way we do things so that we can really have a business that works. And that's where I sort of started looking for information on software engineering, and I actually found the MSc program. It basically enables you to be, a great engineer if you're participating in the space where you're actually producing, but also managing and software operation, how you drive the talent to produce in an environment that is fit for them, given the project, given the people they're working with. I was a practitioner. I was looking for solutions. And the only way I was going to learn is actually be immersed in an environment that forced me to use them. Working to the studio the practicum and the studio and the MOSP and EOSP, where, I think that just toughens you up and actually prepares you for industry. It's especially for the US or very developed markets. Because one thing that I can say is that when I came back with this knowledge, our level of service, it was beyond what everybody could ask in the DR. So we were always above. But when we started working with the US, it was we were the right fit, because our type of work, the way we did things, the way they were structured, is just the way that people are used to there. And you had the framework to be able to supply that demand of that quality in service. A grad school in general, in abstract, is an opportunity to, especially in professional masters, is an opportunity to understand breadth of information, what is out there, what is new, what is the available body of knowledge. But I think that is not the only thing that our program provides. That's whatever program out there provides. Is that ability to understand the breadth of what the body of knowledge on that domain is the actual capacity during that period of implementing using that body of knowledge. And that learn by doing approach is something that to this day I think is unique to our program. So and that's why people should choose the MSc above anything else. Another thing that I would add is you can create great relationships. For example, today, since I'm in these other ventures, I gave a call to one of my classmates and a friend from Portugal, and I said, "Hey, dude, I really need someone with your experience, and I need some help." And he said, well, I'm available. I can help you. And today he's basically mentoring the delivery operations while I'm doing these other things. So that is something that is valuable. You will be in contact with individuals that have great strength at the moment that they're in the program, but that will have a successful career afterwards. And having that in your Rolodex, I think it's also an attribute that you should weigh in when you're selecting a program.